Hello, everyone. One sec, I have to post that I'm live. All right. Am I live? Can you guys hear me and see me? Right on, brothers. Sorry, I was trying to make sure I could get all the information for the artist for this month queued up for a tweet, but I can't do it because I've run out of time. So that's just how life is going to be. Oh, how are you doing this Friday morning-ish? Friday noon, exactly. I've got a lot of big news for you guys, especially when it comes to shipping prices, especially in the United States. There's some big news for that. And I'll be showing off the shirt IRL. Sadly, the stickers and cards didn't get to me in time, but I will still show you what they look like. You can kind of already see it, but and we'll just dive in. We'll just dive in. All right, so you guys want to see this shirt for this month? It's a good one. Here it is. Oh, look at that. Oh, come on, unfold. We call this one Rainbow Blight. It was this was drawn by Angela Hoy, who goes by Ahoy. It's really amazing. It is a very prideful shirt, a very colorful shirt, with all the most colorful items. You can see, if you look close, you can see all the nods here to all the different items. Can you name them all? I think you can. And I'm pretty sure every single one of these items has actually been turned into a Four Souls card at this point. I can show it to you in a higher detail here. Let me put the shirt up. Boink. There are going to be a few edits to the shirt. The green, like stars, actually are going to be white, and that's basically it. So the contrast looks a little better that way. I lost the chat. There it is. And we are also printing these cool promo cards. My little unicorn glitter bombs in the $3 bill, which I will also go over with you as well. I really like this shirt a lot. The bomb on the shirt. Yeah. Let's go over the cards really quick, and then we can go over. Should we go? Yeah, let's go. I'll go over the contents, and then we'll go over the shipping stuff, because I have like a bullet point list, and I don't want to forget what's going on here. But yes, so in this box, there will be $3 bill, which is if you would deal damage to a monster, roll 4 to 5, you heal yourself 1, and a 6, you add 1 to the damage. Pretty straightforward. Pretty $3 billy. And then we've got glitter bombs. Play with the top card of the loot deck revealed. Till the end of the turn, you may play the top card of the loot deck until the end of your turn. So it's basically giving you +1 to your hand, and you can play it. It's a pretty crazy one. This is a kind of a unique card. Total chaos. And then we've got my little unicorn. Prevent all damage you would take till the end of turn. When you roll a 1 to 3 this turn, cancel everything that hasn't resolved and end your turn. So basically, you are invincible until you roll a 1, 2, or 3, which is also nice. It doesn't stay revealed when the turn is over. It says till the end of turn. Till the end of turn. Yeah. And then the promo, the not revealed promo card for this month, which had to go hand in hand with last month's, which you saw was the Mother's Day one. This is going to be the Father's Day card. Dad's ring. We had to do the pair. Each time you would declare an attack on a monster roll, on a 5 to 6, that monster gets -1 DC until the end of turn, which is good. So this is the promo card for this month. If you don't get the subscription or this month's box, you can acquire this by buying something in the shop next month when it's actually up. And it's auto included in your box as a bonus for this month for the Rainbow Blight shirt. And this box will also include 4 stickers. Once again, we've got $3 bill, we've got Rainbow Baby, we've got Fruitcake, and we've got Pageant Boy. These are all cards that have existed in the past, but they kind of go hand in hand with the theme. So I thought it would be good to make sure we got those stickers in there. All right. Also, if you guys are, I can see you're asking questions about stuff. Wait until I'll do a whole. I'm going to run through all this. I'm going to dump out a bunch of information. Then I'm just going to answer your shirt related questions. And then I'll just like allocate 20, 30 minutes to just answer whatever questions. That's how we'll do it. So that's this month's box, which is awesome. And I guess we'll just move into the fact that so we had an overwhelming number of subscriptions and sales for the last box, more than we expected. And the main issue people seem to have was shipping, which of course we knew, and we were trying to figure out how to do it. And because we've sold so many, we could basically use a larger distributor. And we found out that in Ohio, I think that they have cheaper shipping in the U.S. and cheaper handling at this place for basically bulk shipping and stuff like that. So we're actually able to reduce. So in the U.S., let me get these numbers. From here on out, in the U.S., flat rate will go from $15 shipping and handling to $8.99 shipping and handling, which is a substantial cut. And I'm super, super happy. I mean, everybody's super happy about this, and I hope you will be as well, because that was the major issue. And people were, saying you can find cheaper ways to do it. It was like, oh, how do we do this? But we did find a place in Ohio that would do this. And now we just have to freight everything over there. But yeah, so basically we moved to a different shipper in order to get you guys considerably cheaper shipping in the US. So outside of the US, it will be cheaper shipping, but it's all random. It depends on where you're at. It's a big range and it's hard to say. You have to actually just use the calculator for shipping to figure out exactly what it's going to cost now with the update. But it should decrease, sometimes upwards of 25%, sometimes less. It really depends on where you are. And either way, if you're wanting to save a considerable hundreds, if you want to save still hundreds on shipping, you can do the annual bulk order, which would mean you get every box plus the 13th box, which is now the only way you can get it, if you haven't already subscribed. And you can get that all shipped to you at once everything ends next year, and you could still save on that. I think we're going to keep that up for another couple months because a lot of people were like, I don't have that kind of money. I need to save up. You guys need to give me more time. And so we're leaving that up right now. Let's see, what else? The shirts. So the Dogma box ships out starts shipping out next Wednesday, and it will ship out all through May. Hopefully you can get it by the end of the month, if not a little later, depending on where you are, if not a little earlier, depending on where you are. What else? We put up extra large shirts. Let me show you that. Extra large. Let's see. How big is this? Ooh. This is a 6XL shirt. And here it is. So we're supporting this big. The quality of the shirt is still very nice. It is thick and it is a lot of fabric, and we're not charging you extra for all this extra fabric either. This is just going to be standard for the big folk. Look at that. Please don't just order this shirt just to sleep in it. You see this one? That's the big one. So yeah, I think that's maximum size is 6XL, and this is what it is. And it's hard to see the quality of the shirt though, but it is still a really nice quality shirt. It's soft, it's thick. What else do I got in this? I can't show you that. That's that. Now, here's an XL. This is the different fabric for the last month's box, which is kind of a tease for anybody who didn't get it. And here are the stickers. So these are the final stickers, which are pretty large for the Dogma box. They're kind of like, they're shiny. They're not like holographic, but they are like metallic-y. And they're pretty nice. They went through a few different revisions because it was hard to like tear them off easily without damaging the sticker, but now they're more durable. Did I go through everything? Well, if I missed anything, I'm just going to read your comments and we're just going to see it. So, it's the unboxing of Isaac.com for anybody who doesn't know. I'll be tweeting that just to make sure you guys know. The unboxing of Isaac.com. That's where you can sign up and subscribe. There's still a $5 discount if you get the subscription, but at this point you can only get the 13th mystery box if you sign up for the full year delayed annual pay thing. Okay, where's my chat? Okay, so we'll say for the next 10 minutes, I'm just going to answer shipping questions. I'm going to go grab a water. As you all notice, I still don't have an office. The painting is finished. It's actually through that. See, it looks like a shelf back there, all that crap's on. All that stuff is all the stuff supposed to go in my office. It's actually a secret door that goes straight into my office, which is where I will stream from in 5 years. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go through these questions. Did you ever get a chance to add a design to the box? Okay, so this is what we wanted to do the design. We wanted to do a design for the box because I thought it looked really cool. And we talked to a few printers about it, and it's totally doable. But all of them said that there is an elevated chance of thievery for boxes that have custom printing on them. People tend to know exactly what it is or assume it's something that could be, usually it's a small box and it has something on it, then they know exactly what, they don't even have to open it up. They can just keep it as is and then sell it like that. So they recommended against it. So instead of doing that, I decided I would do a custom drawing. Here's a quick spoiler. Here's my I did a custom drawing and a custom note for each box inside instead, which was essentially, this is what I would have drawn for the outside of the box, but I didn't. I drew it for the inside of the box. So there's that. You learn new stuff every time. Well, at some point, will there be a Guppy themed box? There is no Guppy themed box for this series of. It's definitely was high on the list. I thought it would be really cool to do, but I couldn't fit it anywhere. But it's definitely something I would still like to do. A sticker with the logo would be cool. That's not a bad idea. We should probably do that. We could do that. When is the first month's box being shipped? We start shipping the Dogma box next Wednesday. Will a postcard be in the realm of possibility for a bonus? Damn, I couldn't. Okay. So, I mentioned earlier that there was a box that was supposed to get to me for this stream, which was a 1 day, like a 2 day shipping thing that Javon paid a good amount of money for. And that was shipped last week, and I still don't have it. And it's supposed to be here at 6 today. And that box was full of stickers, for this month's, and as well as final stickers from last month's, and also postcards. So what we're doing is a postcard size print, of the art for each month, with the artist's signature, like embossed in, like silver or some sort of metallic, color that would match. And that's going to also be included as a bonus, for all the boxes. So yes, there will be actually a postcard basically in every single box. So hopefully you're happy. Okay. Did you intentionally choose June for the rainbow box for Pride Month? Yeah, of course. This was the closest thing to a Pride shirt. I just didn't want to like make it only a Pride shirt, but it's a prideful shirt. It's a very colorful, fun shirt. It's a mildly feminine shirt, if you want to say. It's a lively shirt. So if you want it to be a Pride shirt, then it's a Pride shirt. But it's also just a cool shirt overall. But yes. Will there be a Delirium theme box? Yes, there will be a Delirium theme box. When will we be charged for next month's box? I'm not sure, but I think Javon might have answered and said June 1st for the June box, possibly to you, maybe? Yes. Is that correct? Yes. Well, the post. So for people who are getting the annual delayed stuff, everything that's going to be in these boxes is going to be in your box. We're not going to take anything out. You're not going to miss it out on anything. It's all going to be there. It's just all putting it on one big place. Dogma box ships Wednesday. There won't be tickets. Will there be a mother or witness themed box? Well, you'll have to just see. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe next time. I'm not going to spoil all the boxes, but I would say that most of the major themes of the game are definitely going to be in there. There won't be any non-Isaac themed boxes. I thought about doing that. I thought about doing other games of mine in these boxes, but I thought realistically, the majority of people that would be into this would be Isaac fans. And I might do other shirts, further down the road, but for now we're going to keep it all Isaac. Not too much white shirts, please. There's only one. There's one white shirt. There's 2 gray shirts. There's a lot of black shirts, and there's this one. There's also another really colorful one. I don't believe if you subscribed last month, you do not need to subscribe again to get reduced shipping. It just automatically will happen. It's going to just be at a new place, so the shipping will change. The angelic one isn't actually white. It's like an off gray cream. There is a white shirt. I would love to do weird, obscure old games of mine merchandise for it, but the thing is like not many people even know what those like Spewer. Not many people know what the hell that is, and it has to kind of be worth it in order to do it. You know. Is there any chance of an End is Nigh fan ever getting shirts or merch? I would love to do End is Nigh. Yes, I would love to do that eventually, and maybe we'll, since this has been a successful endeavor. I will explore that sort of stuff later on. I mean, we have good contacts with multiple printers. We have good shipping. It seems like there's a big possibility for doing that sort of stuff. Because, of course, I mean, I'd like to do... One of the favorite shirts that I own is a Time Fuck shirt that I had printed forever ago. I'd love to do a Time Fuck shirt. I'd love to do The End is Nigh. I'd love to do a Bumbo shirt. Maybe an Ether shirt would be really cool. Like... It's all possible, but it's just one of those things where I don't want to become this blind box. I'm trying to avoid, expectations for, okay, we're doing a bunch of Isaac themed things. And then suddenly there's a fucking Ether shirt and I don't know what that is. And I'm not going to wear it. You know what I mean? I just want to keep those expectations there where it's like, okay, people are expecting to buy Isaac themed things. So we're not going to put Spewer in there, but yes. It's definitely cool. If I've already paid for the annual box shipping, well, I need to get the reduced shipping. So I don't know how exactly the annual box stuff will... I think you're already getting super reduced shipping. I don't think it's going to go much lower than that, but Javon can always chime in if needs be. Okay, any more questions for shirts? Shirt related questions, box related questions, Four Souls bonus card related questions, or anything else like that. I got 2 more minutes and then we're going to just move on to general questions. If we do other shirts, I would see it just kind of going through the unboxing type website. You can just put up some general shirts in the future. Will there be cards included with the shirts? You mean in the future? I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if I want to keep doing like t-shirt box stuff, if that's what we want to do for it, or if we want to just put up single shirts. I mean, if we end up in the future doing single shirt stuff that's non-subscription box, I could see doing like one promo attached to each shirt that ships with it or something like that. How'd you get the reduced shipment? We are now using a very huge shipping place in Ohio, and they have much cheaper shipping and handling, and I believe it's cheaper to ship out. There must be some sort of loophole there because it's specific to Ohio. The annual box ships with every single thing that existed in all the boxes. You're not going to miss out on anything from doing that. The only thing you're missing out on is getting the boxes when everybody else does. You're just getting a delay. A bonus $3 bill would that is a cute idea that I should have had. So, truth be told, some of the earlier boxes came at a time where we weren't fully exploring our options as far as possibly more expensive editions. And with the success of the line, of the t-shirt box, it opens up more doors for future boxes to have extra stuff in. Like I said, like the postcard, like we added that postcard, which I think is pretty cool. And it's going in all of the boxes. Every box gets it. And we're looking into other stuff too. I think originally I said that there was 1 or 2 special bonus items that will be really cool. And I think I teased a Jesus Juice beer koozie or soda koozie or whatever you want to call it. There are a few more things that we are exploring for the later shirts. It's just going to take time to make sure that we can get all those things in time and made and stuff like that. Yes, shipping costs went down for those who have come late. The two big announcements are this new shirt is awesome for this month, and also shipping costs, especially in the US, almost dropped by half. It went from $15 to $8.99, $9. So it's a $6 difference, and which is huge. And outside of the US, it's dropped a little bit. All the cards that are being printed here will eventually come out as alternate art cards as well. So same mechanics, different themes, different visuals will eventually come out in future expansions. Will there be any Binding of Isaac figures? So we have made a whole line of Binding of Isaac figures. Do you want to see? So it's going to be a big tease for those that don't have access. So on the past couple Kickstarters, the glare is terrible. The past couple Kickstarters, we have made all of these figures, some of which have not even been released yet, which are really neat. And then there's an extra super special one here, which I don't think has ever been shown before. And it's kind of a big tease because nobody really has access to these unless you've already signed up for the Kickstarter when that happened. Let me get his wing back on. Oh. Here's the Mega Angel Isaac. And these are all really nice. So yes, the answer is yes. We have done a series of Isaac figures, and here they are. We need to actually finish the line eventually, because I think we have Eden, Jacob and Esau, Lazarus, and Samson. Those are the only ones that we have not done, and we need to do those. The rest have been finished. Okay. Let's just do some general questions. So I've got another 17 minutes before I've got to leave. Feel free to ask whatever questions you want, and we'll just hang out and talk. We'll just talk. I can't wait until I'm in my office and I've got shit set up and I can show off some cool stuff, because I've been unboxing my it's been 2.5 years since I boxed everything up in my curios, all the cool stuff that you guys have sent me over the years, all the cool merchandise that we've made have all been boxed up, and I finally started unboxing them, but they're in another room. I want to be able to show it, but I can't yet. Anywho, let's see. What do you all want to talk about? What are your questions? Fans have been begging for a Delirium patch for a long time. It's something that keeps me from wanting to play Isaac these days. Where does it stand today? Is it still on the list? I don't think you're telling the truth, sir or madam. I don't think the lack of Delirium patch is keeping anybody from playing Isaac, but it's on the list. But the thing is so it's one of those situations that keeps getting worse with time, because what I wanted to do with the Delirium patch was simply make his fight a little better, and that's it. And I think people might be expecting a lot more than that. And whenever we get to it, Vin wants to do more, and I'm in this. I always kind of get into the situation where I'm like, well, that would take forever. Like, it would take forever to do something that is just updating something that exists. And I would much rather take forever to make new content. And that's the dilemma. So that's the current dilemma. Multiple times since the start of development, it comes up, what do you want to do with Delirium? Maybe we can make the rooms look cooler. Maybe we can make the fight cooler. And that's basically it. Like, I wish the fight was a little cooler. And with each update, I think Delirium gets updated slightly, but nobody notices. Mostly just to try to make sure he doesn't telefrag constantly on you. And that has been improved, I think, 3 times since his inception. And every single time we start talking about it, it's either let's just fix it a little bit or let's redo it. And redoing it takes months. And then I think, well, why don't we just add another character instead? And then we end up adding another character. Or why don't we just add another challenge or another couple challenges? Or why don't we add this and why don't we add this? It's like, this is so much cooler than just improving something that exists that people have already played through. And I think the majority of the people who are having an issue with it at this point maybe just have a handful of completion marks that need to be done. And realistically, they're just not going to be playing Delirium. And I feel like it'd just be a flash in the pan. Like, it'd just be, we would do all this work for something that really just needs a few small improvements. And I don't think it would warrant the time. And I think most fans would be happier with us adding more items, a boss, even a new gameplay mode than spending, months of time in order to remake a boss that has existed for years, been pretty functional, just it hasn't been that great. So that's the dilemma, and that's my very long. That's where I'll. If anybody wants that answer again, just reference this video because that's the honest to goodness truth, and I think you can understand the logical process there of just like how much time do we spend on improving something versus how much time we can spend on something that's new. Poorly describe something that you're working on from Eugenics. Poorly describe. I can just tell you what I'm working on from Eugenics. So last week I was working on taking all of the furniture that I had made 11 years ago or 12 years ago, and reworking it so it works with the new game. And that's going to be the basis for the furniture for Eugenics now. So that it's in Eugenics, you have a hub, which is your house, which can be upgraded, of course. It's very Pokemon breeding meets Animal Crossing. So you will over time slowly upgrade your house and fill it full of cool stuff that will modify your cats or improve their stats or give them moves or disabilities or birth defects or mutations or identity. Like cats can be born identifying with certain furniture that makes them look different. It's super cool. So that's what I've been working on. And I think in the past I had 750 different pieces of furniture. I had to cut a lot of those out because they didn't work or thematically were, Meat Boy themed, which I can't do anymore. So I removed those, and I think we're down to like 700 items, and my goal is to have about 1,000. So I will make a bunch that will improve it, and I've got to figure out the dilemma. It's like trying to figure out how to make cycles of items that logically make sense to like, oh, this improves your strength. This makes cats born in this room do this move, that sort of stuff. So that's kind of what I've been trying to figure out. And Tyler is working on something I can't talk about. It's off limits. Have I ever visited London? I've never, the furthest I've gone, so I live in California, Santa Cruz, California, the Bay Area. And once I went to Reno, Nevada, which is like 5 hours in. And then once I went through Oregon to pick up my sister in Washington. and then stopped at Portland. So I've been to Washington and Portland, and that's about it. I have not gone anywhere else. I'm not a big travel person, and the idea of being on a plane for an extended amount of time seems like horrific to me. Okay. Is Eugenics going to be black and white, or is it a bit more colorful? I don't know if you've seen any of the pictures. Let's see if I can actually add one. It has color. Will it show a GIF on this? Or this will show it. This is a background done by Hamberry. And she's very good. And as you can see, there is color in here. Look, there's brown, and then there's like yellow, and then there's green. The color is muted. The color in Eugenics is very muted. I'll try to find another one. That was the junkyard. Let's see if I can do this. All right. So you can see here too that there is color. There is a brown and a yellowish and a tan. These cats are looking around, it seems. This is an animation test for one of the abilities where it's called sentry mode, where the cat sits up and then just starts looking around everywhere, make sure everything's okay. So yes, Eugenics has color, but not much. And I think it's going to stay that way. I don't think it's going to get much louder than what I showed. We're going to keep things earthy, grayed out. The world of Eugenics is a very drab environment, a very hazy, falling apart, almost post-apocalyptic Fallout type world. So that's what we're going to do. Okay. Scrolling down. Okay. You can make a custom Isaac Funko Pop. Go for it. Have you seen the Epiphany Tarnished Characters Isaac mod? No, I haven't seen any Isaac mod, and I'm sorry. I've been very busy. I have not looked at Isaac mods in a very long time. The only time I ever see them is if somebody tweets me like a trailer of a new big Isaac mod or whatever, and then I'll retweet it and I'll look at the video, but that's about it. Eugenics will first release on PC, of course. And hopefully if Switch is still a viable thing at the time of release, we will venture into that and or other consoles for sure. And yes, the vibe in Eugenics is definitely 50s Atomic. And which is the vibe of kind of Fallout as well. So it has that air to it. The music also reflects that as well for the most part. It's got a very like swingy, big bandy. It's very 50s. And yeah, for sure. It's not set in the Badlands. Would I in general support a collaboration with another Kickstarter game if they asked me? So this is how I usually do things. And this goes for everything. If you see me retweet something, it means I like it. It means I've personally played it, enjoyed it. If I talk about it, it means I like it. So I'm not usually keen on supporting something unless I'm really into the idea, especially something that hasn't come out yet. Or unless you're like a close friend of mine who I know and I know the work really well and I'm excited for it. Like I'll retweet anything by Derek Yu with sight unseen because I know it's going to be awesome. So if you want me to look at it, I will check it out if you just tweet it at me. But the chances of me retweeting it or being involved in a collaboration for another Kickstarter is probably pretty low unless you knock my fucking socks off. And I don't even have socks on, so sorry. Why I like nerfs. I haven't nerfed much in quite a while. I mean, I think the last update was like 1,000 buffs to basically everything. It's kind of funny that the people even are even mildly upset about the difficulty of Isaac, because I watch my wife play daily and I don't ever see her struggle. She's usually dominating, and I see some pretty fucking broken runs. So it's always a little weird when people kind of whine about why did you reduce the power level of Brimstone when it was so insanely high, and it's still an always pick item. And it's just kind of like, well, have you not been playing? Like, I don't know exactly how you're playing the game, but I don't believe you're that bad. I don't believe you're so bad that you require random items to carry your run into, forever. And if you want to cheat and you want that sort of stuff, just apply mods or just cheat. It's totally fine. If that's how you want to play. But I think that the way the game is currently balanced is the ideal way to play. I think it's the way it should be played, and I think it means that you're going to have a lot more intense and hard-fought battles. This person's asking about a commander deck and what commander they should build. I don't fucking know. The last commander deck I started to build was a shrine one, but then I found out that everybody's building the shrine deck. But then I also found out that like nobody around me is playing commander right now, so there's no point either way. I don't have any fucking time. Have you shown restraint in adding Eugenics 4 souls cards because you don't want it to ride off of Isaac's coattails? I wouldn't say that. I think it's just I don't want to promote something that isn't made yet, because those of you who've been here for 12 years will remember that I did actually promote Eugenics pretty heavily way back when, and I even made a comic book that I paid a lot of money to put in everybody's bags at PAX, and then nothing happened. I really wanted to work on this project and I really believed in it, but I was the only one who did. And it just stopped. And that experience, knowing that I put this stuff out here, like this was a definite thing that was happening, even though I know it's a definite thing now, I don't want to promote something like it exists that you can readily go and get it. And people are like, what the fuck is this? Well, it's this game coming out in a year and a half, 2 years. Once it's out, sure, we'll do that. But I'm not too worried about any kind of coattailing. If anything, I think Eugenics has the potential to be my best game of all time, easily. It's the biggest game I've ever worked on. It's the most intense and just full, game that I've ever worked on. And I believe in it immensely. And I want it to succeed on every level. So when the time comes, I will do a bunch of legwork in order to make sure that the people know about it, the press knows about it, maybe make some more comics and put more comics in people's bags and actually say, hey, it's actually coming out and here's a release date. And then we'll do cards. All right. Last question before I leave. Last question. Someone's spam calling me. Who would win in a fight, Ash or Meat Boy? I think, Meat Boy would win because he can't die, right? Ash can die. And I'll leave it with that. I'm not going to show you my toes. All right. The wife's in the car. Got to go. The baby's in the car. I will do another stream next month. I hope you enjoy the shirt. Please spread the word.